Imagine if I just finished recording this whole video and it wasn't even recording. Oh, that would be hilarious. I would probably cry, but it will also be hilarious. Selamat sejahtera kawan-kawan and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have not been on here for so long, but let's just pretend that my last video was last week. Alright. Today's video is gonna be about 4 sustainable habits. I'm moving my hands a lot, okay? I'm sorry, I haven't done a video in a while, so I'm a bit awkward. So as you guys know, I really care about like sustainability, reducing your waste, and being eco-conscious. So I thought I'll share some tips with you guys today on how to incorporate like some sustainable habits into your daily life. First, numero uno is to start a compost bin. This is a really good step for reducing your waste because a compost bin is basically just a place where you put all your food scraps and a zillion other things all together and it becomes fertilizer and it breaks down. This is actually really important even though it doesn't seem like much because when you send your food scraps and things to the landfill, there are too many organic scraps like built up on each other and it leads it to not breaking down properly due to the lack of oxygen. So then it releases methane gases, which is very, very, very toxic. So yes, having a compost bin at home lets it break down with oxygen so it doesn't release like methane gases. Free fertilizer for your plants, and if you don't do gardening, give it to your neighbors who do gardening and they would thank you. Like they might even give you like free food after like free dinner, and like who knows, they cook extra, they'll be like, hey, thanks for the fertilizer, do you want some food, we made extra, boom, you have chicken curry at your house. Making a compost bin is pretty straightforward. It's just having a mix of dry and brown things as well as green and wet things. So basically just look it up online on how to make a compost bin and it's super easy. Instructions can be a bit tedious at first, but it's literally just putting everything together and just leaving it and letting it compost, but there is an art to doing it and all. Sustainable habit number 2 is product swaps. Swapping out your single-use products for things that you could use multiple times. So when you find like sustainable alternatives for like products and you use that instead of using single-use products, is way better considering all the resources and energy that go into making a single product that you'll just throw away after one use. There's actually lots of swaps you can make. For example, if you started using reusable cotton rounds instead of like the normal disposable cotton when you're removing your makeup, you literally just use one single cotton round and it works just as good, and just pop it in a washing machine and there you go, you can use it again. Because I realized that I use a lot of cotton. Like every time I use makeup, I would just use like 1 to 2 pieces of cotton, and that is a lot in the long term. I bought a pack of 5 of like the reusable cotton rounds. I think it was like 25 ringgit. I've basically just been using that. I've stopped buying cotton. I can already see the amount of waste I've reduced just by doing that. Some other product swaps is plastic cling wrap. You can switch to beeswax wrap, which is reusable. There's also these like plastic lids that you could put over your bowls and things. So yeah, that really cuts down all the cling wrap. We basically don't use cling wrap in my house anymore. Like sanitary pads, into like using Diva cups or cloth sanitary pads. There is the razors. There is so many other things. I'm probably gonna do a video about that soon, I guess, because that is like a whole other topic. And honestly, when you're doing this, don't go out of your way to buy products that you don't even use. Find out what you already use. See if there's a sustainable alternative to that product. The whole point of sustainability and all is to not buy things that you don't need. Make the most use out of what you have and only buy things when you really need them. So number 3, always buy secondhand. Firstly, let's talk about clothes. Fast fashion is detrimental to the earth, even without talking about the whole exploitation of workers and bad working conditions they have. Like that is a whole other topic, but back to sustainability. We use all these resources to create so much clothes that we don't even need, and the trends are always changing. I used to be a cereal shopper, Forever 21, Cotton On, like whenever there's a sale, I would just buy even if I don't need it, and I would just use it once, twice, and then I would throw it away. I realized that I was generating a lot of fashion waste from that, so then I decided to cut down my shopping habits and only buy things when I really genuinely need things. So I would say now I thrift 80 to 90% of the time. I think only certain things like bras and underwears I would buy. And I would try to find stores where I could get things that last long. Like I find bras and underwears at La Senza are really good. Like I find it lasts really long. Different topic. And thrifting in Malaysia is amazing at the moment. There are so many thrift stores. It's so cheap. There's like Jalan Japan, there's OK Go, there's Second Street. Things are like so cheap. You can get it from like 1 ringgit, 3 ringgit, 5 ringgit, 15 ringgit, buy 4, free 1, all 5 ringgit. So it's mad right now. Perfect time to go thrifting, guys. Besides clothes, you could also shop secondhand for like electronics to reduce e-waste, for furniture, for baby things. So the whole concept of getting secondhand instead of buying new is basically to just like extend the lifespan of products by giving it a new home and therefore reducing the demand that we are currently creating in the market. Fourth sustainable habit tip, and my most favorite one, is to grocery shop mindfully. Whenever you go grocery shopping, try to go to like bulk food stores or zero waste stores where you can bring your own containers and just refill it and all, because you cut down all the packaging. It's also really sustainable because most of these stores tend to source their things locally, as well as have liquid detergents and cleaning agents which are biodegradable and natural and not harmful to the environment. So these kind of stores have so many things, literally like spices, curry powder, detergent, shampoo. How it works is basically you bring your own container in, you weigh it to 0, and then fill it up and then write like how much it weighs, and then you just give it back and they total everything up for you. Most of the time, these places are actually cheaper than actually going to grocery stores because they cut down the packaging and things, and you know that these things are more natural and has less preservatives and bad things in it, so it's better. But I think it's because of the whole pandemic right now, you can't fill it up yourself, so most of these stores tend to just do it for you. So you can actually look it up online, there are so many, but a few to name would be like New Zero Waste, BYOB, the Hive Bulk Food Store. Another tip is when you go grocery shopping, bring your own reusable bags, plastics, and mesh bags, so that when you get like loose fruits and vegetables and stuff, when you need to weigh it, you can use these bags instead of taking like the disposable plastic bags that they have. Unless you're gonna be using those plastic bags for other things like your rubbish or your dog poop, or I don't know. If you're gonna use the plastic, then sure, take it. But if not, then it's just pointless waste and you could go without it. Another thing I want to say about the whole grocery shopping is you could try shopping at local wet markets, the kinds that we used to go to as kids, to get like your fish, meat, vegetables, and things, because you can bring your own Tupperwares and bags, and you'll also be supporting fellow Malaysians. That is about it. So I think in general, it's just about being conscious with the waste that you put out and looking for little ways here and there that you can reduce it. There's no such thing as zero waste. We all tend to kind of put out some kind of waste, so your sustainability efforts don't have to be perfect. Just a little bit like here and there would make a huge difference, such as bringing a water bottle around if you usually buy disposable water bottles, or saying no to a plastic straw, for example. Sustainability in general is such a huge topic, honestly, and I've barely scratched the surface, but I just wanted to share like something real quick with you guys on like little things that maybe you've thought of, maybe you haven't thought of, that you could start doing, you know? And literally, if just 1 or 2 of you take something from this video and starts incorporating it into your daily life, that would be so amazing, and that would mean this video is a success. That's literally all I'm here to do, to just like try to get you guys to understand that sustainability is so easy and you could just do little things in your life to help reduce waste. And if everyone does this, it would be amazing and we would have a much better earth, you know? So yeah, I think that's about it. So don't forget to like, subscribe, all that jazz. And if you guys have any sustainable efforts that you practice in your daily life, please share in the comments. Or if you want to know more on anything I've shared in more detail, like just let me know as well. I'd be happy to like make a video about it. That is about it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching. Bye. Mwah. Peace out, Girl Scouts. There's a lot of editing, I think, that I will have to do for this because I'm just so cracked in the whole thing. I just blanked out for a second. I'm sorry. I haven't done YouTube video so long. Imagine if I just finished recording this whole video and it wasn't even recording. Oh, that would be hilarious. I would probably cry, but it will also be hilarious. Moving on really quick. Stay sustainable. What am I doing with my hands?